All right, guys, we are live. We're live. We are.
We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live.
that might be my intro to almost every show now.
You learned a
Classic
new
Bill
trick.
O'Reilly moment. What's up?
I said you learned a new trick.
I got a couple tricks right here, right there. Like I'm excited right now. Like we're getting better. We're getting better. Wait. No. Wait, I answered no on YouTube. We're getting better. So everybody, welcome back to Knuckles Family and Friend podcast where we talk about everything that's going on in pop culture with video games, anime, superhero movies. And once again, I got part of the crew of me for my Marvel discussions, and that's my man Anthony Artist and the lovely Rachel that brings diversity into the show because it's a bunch of three black guys and one white person. So I mean, like, hey, we got to bring that diversity on here. You know what I mean? I just love to fuck with you guys. But Derek will be joining us later. He's coming home from work right now, so we just got started. But like I said, he'll be able to join us in the discussion. But before we start our discussion on the Falcon and Winter Soldier, I want to play this one clip real fast.
Always trust everyone to be themselves, but trust in the fact that you can see them well. You know what I mean? So it's like, trust. It takes too much energy to not trust someone. You know what I mean? It takes too much energy. You always gotta stay 2 steps ahead of them or whatever. Right. But trust them to be them.
Right. To be themselves.
Trust the snake to bite you. Right. Trust the lion to lie. Trust the thief to steal from you. Like, trust them to be them. But know them when you see them. Right.
I want to say RIP to the great DMX right there. That he is one of my top 3 rappers. My top 3 rappers are Jay-Z, DMX, and Tupac. And you guys probably heard about by Friday, DMX passed away. That shit still hits me to this day. Like I haven't got over the fact that he's gone. But I want to pay tribute to RIP to him, and yeah, before I get emotional. So yeah. So right now we're gonna get into this, the Falcon and the Winter Soldier episode 4, and best episode in my opinion. I don't know what you guys think about it, but I thought it was the best episode in my opinion from beginning to end. Where we see Bucky was in Wakanda, and we see him with what was her name? John? What was her name? John? I think her name was John, wasn't it? Do you guys remember her name?
I remember what her name was.
I think it was John. Well, I think it was John, but I thought it was very well done. How she did the words, to try to get him to become the Winter Soldier again, but it actually didn't work. He told him that you were free. Like the act in that point from Sebastian was just great with the crying, the emotion, like that. That almost hit me right there, man. Like that was just a beautiful scene to see right there. And I also want to say that I always liked Sam as the Falcon, but I feel as though this episode, I really liked him a lot more than what I did before because from the start he was saying, well, not from the start, but he was telling, maybe Carly's right because she was fighting for people during the blip. I mean, him even talking to her when he almost had her. So fucking John Walker had to fuck that shit. Which if you didn't if you always hated John Walker, this was the episode where you're just you know what, fuck you, man. This. I'm just fuck you. I don't like you at all. You're a fucking dick. I can't stand John Walker, but like I said, I really liked how even Sam answered to Zemo when he's like, if you were to take super surgery, would you do it? You'd be like, no. Without hesitation, I'm not going to take that. And he can still fight. I think it was towards the end of the episode. It was him and Bucky were firing off the Winter Soldier. He did. Falcon has no superpowers, but he can still fight. He still has some of his equipment, but he can still fight. And so he held his own. So I got mad respect for that. Because to me, obviously he's the better Captain America than fucking John Walker because he does Cap would the real Cap would actually talk to Carly. He wouldn't go in there and be like, "No, you got 10 minutes. We're gonna do things my way." He still sees some good in her. And plus, when Sam told Zemo, Carl was just a kid. The same thing Steve said to Iron Man and talking about one, she's just a kid. I know, I just see some good similarities between the two. So I don't want to. I'll go on because I want to get you guys take on it because, like I said, I have a whole bunch of shit to say. So I'm gonna let one of you guys go at it. So, Rachel and Anthony, maybe we can do rock paper scissors. See who goes first.
I usually go first, so you can go first this time.
Okay. Oh, cool. Appreciate that. Um, nah. I think all around, like like you were saying, this episode's probably the best episode so far. Um, I would say like I looked into the episode more so on the realms of the use of power. Um, this episode was like a real key in on how people use their power, and basically, the idea behind getting the serum and all the damage that it causes. It's like no matter if you're trying to use it for good or if you're trying to establish yourself as like an individual, there's always repercussions from that. And you see it from the young girl who's using her power to say that, oh, I'm trying to do things right, I'm trying to make everything, you know I'm trying to have them go on what they say on their word, as far as giving people medicine and like kicking people out of their homes, those type of things. But her actions from blowing up that building and killing all those people, it kind of sets off like the idea that she's a terrorist. And so her having that conversation with Sam, and basically breaking it down like you're a supremacist, and she didn't believe that. Like he kind of made her feel like, oh well, maybe you're right, like I don't mean it that way, but this is what I felt like I had to do. And it's also like, it's a proven point too with, John Walker. Like he, you know, snuck and took one of the
Dickhead.
serums. Yeah, dickhead. And like he took one of the serums, and at the end of the day, from him taking that serum and putting his friend in danger the way he did, look what happens, Lamar. You know. Um, I actually want to comment on that actual scene though, because earlier in the scenes when Sam goes in to talk to the girl, what's her name again?
Carly.
Carly.
Carly. Yes. When he goes to talk to Carly, like and trying to calm her down, and just trying to get a better understanding so that you could say that we're on the same side. Um, Captain Dickhead was pretty much telling he's pretty much, you know, uh, saying to, the Winter Soldier, like, oh, you should go in there, like, with all that strength, like, why aren't you going there to help him? Like, how would you feel if something happened to him? And Sam had everything under control. So it's kind of interesting that at the end of the episode, um, Captain Dickhead, like, puts his friend Lamar in the line of fire at the end and ends up getting him killed, even with his super strength. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of like shut your mouth and like like kind of eat your words kind of situation at the end of the episode for John Walker, and it had like this real dramatic Ricky like moment, like this, like this real dramatic like death of like his friend, like you know I honestly felt like Lamar was gonna die anyway, like just because like
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say it, like he just seemed like the extra character that was just in like the show right now. That was just like, bro, like you're in way
You're
overhead.
kind of in the way right now. You're in the way. Like
It's
you
like,
need to live
but
alone.
yeah, it was kind of like he was bound to die. But then with social media today, like the way that they portrayed everyone, like as far as people taking out their phones, videotaping the end of the episode was pretty like intense. And I'm gonna let Rachel go because I don't want to like obviously say everything, but those are like that was the key point of what I got out of the episode, was pretty much like the use of power. As far as like having the serum, people to have the serum, why Zemo wants to get rid of it, and it's kind of like a interesting thought. You know.
Well, before Rachel goes, you gotta remember I think it was in the first Captain America movie. Um, he that scientist or that made a super is like, if you're good, you'll be a good person to serum. if you're bad, you'll be a bad person. So
Mhm.
that shows you right there.
He said it enhances your characteristics. So if you're a good person already, you're gonna continue to be that person.
Yeah.
And before Rachel goes, my friend Aubrey just said Captain Dickhead just said, "Hey guys, I can't stay because spoilers. I'm not caught up on all episodes yet." No problem. Thanks for the
I'm spoiling
comment.
everything.
Yeah, we spoil everything on here, folks. So if you have not seen the episodes, we spoil things like
Yeah, you just spoiled the whole episode, so.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I mean, I think by now it's like when you get the end of talk episodes, you're gonna spoil everything. So it's like we just spoilers over here. So all right, Rachel, you're up. Talk your shit because I know you got a lot to say. Because that text you said in that group, and I was like, oh shit, get him,
Yeah.
get him.
I mean, it's so obvious. Yeah, I think this whole episode was really just to magnify and make it so obvious the difference between Walker and Sam and how they approach things and their character. Because we finally like got to focus more on Sam, where like I feel like the other episodes were kind of like even, maybe they were equal or there was like more focused on Bucky. But this episode was definitely focusing more on Sam and the type of person he is and how like his thoughts and opinions on the whole situation. So we definitely know like the obvious difference is like Walker is an impatient, guns blazing. I don't want to ask questions or treat them like a person. I just want to go in because they're an obvious villain and, we need to go in there, just automatically be like ultra powerful, domineering over everybody. Throat's weird.
She's got it. She's got it.
No. Yeah, like he's like you can obviously see with Walker, like he's typical. I was taught in the army how to go about this, which is, it's basically just like a bully mentality of like dude with anger problems who wants to be, like Zemo says, he wants to be a supremacist. He basically wants to be better than everybody because he gets pissy that no one respects him as Captain America. No one is respecting it. Like everyone's beating his ass, not even without them having the serum, like the Wakandan women. I forget like what the name of their...
Dora Milaje.
Dora Milaje.
Yeah, Dora. Yeah. So like he gets really pissed off that he's like they weren't even like super whatever. It's like really, dude, you're gonna be that pissy that like women beat your ass.
No, they should have said to him, "This is Wakanda, bitch." That's what should have said to him when he's on the ground like, "This is Wakanda, bitch. We don't do that whack shit over here. Fuck out of here. Fuck you, mean. Go ahead."
No, but like I said in the text, he just comes off as typical, dude that has an ego problem, has an inflated, sense of like, I should be respected and I should be the better person of everybody, and anger problems and impatience and doesn't like taking, orders from somebody else because they're supposed to be the leader. And it's just like typical textbook, I feel like, representation of that type of character and that type of person. And it's just ridiculous. And you just see that in this episode, like how obnoxious he is. Like the fact that he can't even wait 10 minutes. Like, dude, come on, he can't wait 10 minutes, like, and just trust Sam to do his job.
Well, I kind of partly blame Bucky for that because he let him go. Like when it wasn't.
Well, that was what I was gonna say. I was pissed. I was like, why? Bucky was guarding the door. You're telling me one punch with his fucking fist, he couldn't like punch him back and be like, sit the fuck down. like we know Walker at that point took the serum, so he probably would have like punched him. He would have just been like, what? like flinch, not even flinch, but like it would have been like a what the fuck moment of like, oh snap, he took the serum because like Bucky just punched him in the face and he acted like it was nothing. So like, and that would have better explained why Bucky couldn't stop him from bursting in, because with them just going in like without an altercation, it just makes Bucky look weak or look stupid that like he just let him barge in on Sam and didn't trust Sam to do his job and didn't protect Sam in that sense to like get the job done and talk to Carly. So like I thought that was kind of messed up on Bucky's part, even though, and like Walker's stupid statement of like, oh, you're gonna let him go in there? Like, what if something happened to him? Like, you should know Sam by now. And you don't hear any commotion going on. You don't hear shit happening. So like, why are you freaking out? Like, I don't know.
I just want to go in there and fight. I just want to go there and shoot my gun.
I gotta be tough. I gotta be manly. I gotta go beat something up. And it's like, dude, do you know what Walker is? Walker is a Kyle. He is the dude who'd go around punching walls and like getting pissy over stupid shit.
Yo, Kyle, wow.
Yeah, the meme of being a Kyle.
He's a baby back bitch. That's what he is.
Yeah, I remember he took the serum after that scene too, though.
Yo, that was kind of creepy. How he was like, how he just like tilt his head. And we like, we saw the serum. He's like,
yeah.
All right, Derek. He finally now joins in the show. Welcome, Derek. And you know, we saved the best for last because we all know you love to talk your shit. And please, no theories or anything like that. Mephisto's not coming back. Not coming back. He's not joining us. Okay, it's just.
But
I know you. I get it. Mephisto is controlling John Walker. That's how it's Mephisto is controlling.
Okay. First of all, R.I.P. to the flag smasher who got killed by Captain America because he was a Captain America fanboy.
Yeah, that's right. He did.
I'm like, damn, bro, that's got to be some kind of way to go. Like the blood on the shield, iconic. That's gonna be forever. That's gonna forever be like something you see when you think about him. Like, yo, I gotta give it up to my Dora Milaje Queens for putting him on his ass. That was my.
Did you see that meme? Did you see that meme I posted on that chat?
Look. I knew what it was cracking for when he put his hands on her shoulder. I said, I've seen that look in black women's eyes.
We were all Bucky in that scene. We were all just like crossing our shoulders, looking like.
Oh yeah.
Well, no. Even Sam was like, "You're better off fighting Bucky before you fight the Dora Milaje. You're better off fighting Bucky."
Like these are the Black Panther's elite guard, bro. Like, stop it. But yeah, that scene brought a big smile to my face because it's like, yeah, I feel as though that's the type of shit that would happen to a motherfucker. Like,
well, no. This is how he was. This is how I was when I said to him when he put his hands. I was like,
"Are you dumb?
Are you dumb? Or are you dumb?
Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Are you dumb?
Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Are you dumb?
Are you dumb?
Are you dumb?
No, man, but yeah, that scene put a big smile on my face. Because it showed you like the power scaling. Like he really thought he was out there. Like, bro, you have no idea what the Avengers have like come across. You're nothing. And
the way he was talking down to them, sorry, about like their put down the pointy sticks. It's like, really? Yeah.
These sticks are stronger. These sticks probably got more push than that shield. But yeah, them doing that, big smile. The conversation that Sam had with that girl Carly, that shit sucked because like she did go too far, like calling his family and threatening them. Yeah, to me, you're crossing the line. Like at that point, I'm putting you down. But Sam's a different type of person. When the Dora Milaje also took Bucky's arm off with that loved it.
That was so sad.
Loved it.
Wow.
But you know why that's sad to me though? Because like, you know, like he with that beginning opening sequence of her like helping him be free of the mind control words, like he thought like, oh, like they really trust me, like now they gave me the arm. They're calling me like White Wolf. Like I'm kind of like part like with them. And then seeing that she could easily disarm, and they had something built into the arm as a failsafe for them to easily like disarm him. Haha. Like, like, and then his shocked, hurt face was just like, oh no.
Yeah.
It's like they didn't trust me. It's like
he was Buzz Lightyear. I don't know if you saw the like spoilers or no context. He was the Buzz Lightyear thing.
Well, look, well, I'm sorry, just to chime in on that, I have to, because you got to think about it. It's like a sensei, or it's like, your elder, giving you something, right? So he had killed King T'Chaka. Let's just put that out there, right?
Absolutely,
and
Zemo did.
Zemo, but
Bucky was framed for it though by Zemo. He didn't kill anybody.
But at the same time, they forgave him for what he did. They gave him like a safe haven. They helped him get through, that situation. Now it just points out the fact that like, okay, we are on your team, but get out of line or give us a reason to not trust you. We could take this arm from you because we're not going to allow you to do what you did before with this power, right? And so it was kind of interesting because, he was like kind of hurt over that because like the way she took that arm off, because if you think about it, that whole fighting scene, he's fighting them, right? Like, wouldn't he kind of just say, yo, let's not do this, like kind of thing? And he kept, fighting back. So it's kind of like, all right, let me show you something, son. But like the way she took that arm off, it was like, just sit down, and then she left.
She ethered him.
But she left it alone because she could have, done something afterwards. But she was just like, listen, this is what we could do to you. Like, so don't get in my way ever again. Kind of situation.
It was also to make it obvious that like he disrespected them because like she kept either referring to him as Bucky or White Wolf, but then like after she took his arm off, she called him James, and I was like, oh, so now you're not even like friends to call him like his little nicknames anymore. Like
the trust was broken. And by the way, before you go on, Derek, I'm sorry. How the hell y'all gonna let Zemo just walk away like that during that fight? Like y'all just let him walk away. You would think they were because they came in for him.
He pulled a El Chapo. But nah. Overall, Zemo, I understand his reasoning for not wanting super soldiers and like his overall like perspective on why there more than likely won't be another Steve Rogers. Carly even said it, like, you're not a target because you don't hide behind a shield. Like, she used that symbolism, like, you're not the person I'm after because you're not the symbol I'm trying to like erase. But if you were, oh well, we'd be enemies no matter what. So even if he was, it's like, you're my enemy because you want to take up the symbol. Like, and it shows every time Zemo says something contradicting Steve Rogers, you see the look in Sam's eyes, like he reacts, like, huh, really? Like nobody? Like, yeah, nah. So we know where it's going, but I just like the way they're lining it up because they're basically giving each character their own little origin story before they push into the next phase. So it's like we'll understand them better, especially Bucky, because when that girl said to him that he was free, I actually cried a little bit. I was like, wow, like
that was a great scene.
That was a beautiful scene because you see him trying so hard not to go back into that, and once nothing happens and she just goes, "You're free." I was like, that's beautiful. Like
that's acting right. That's acting right there. So if anybody, if you ever feeling broken, if the world's coming down on you, go to Wakanda. They will heal you up right there. Wakanda's place for magical people.
I heard that's where Dave Chappelle and Prince went.
They probably have the best therapists there. Like they're probably like the best ones.
I mean, let's think about it. Dave Chappelle disappeared for 10 years and came back. That's some vibranium technology over there.
No, it's great. It's great. But no, I gotta say though, Zemo's got a code, man, because I think a lot of people are thinking yo, is he gonna like take the serum? No, he just was like, yo, fuck all that. I'm gonna destroy all that stuff. So like, I got he's got a code. It's like he means his words. Like, yo, no more super soldiers. Like, we're gonna get rid of all of this shit. Like, no more. And
I do not like that John Walker took the serum off camera. I don't like that.
I don't think we needed to see it though, because I think it's supposed to be more of like, I think it's supposed to be more of like a shock of like the other characters reacting and seeing him that he took it, like doing certain shit. Like I think it's supposed to be more of like a shock, but even though we knew he was gonna take it.
Yeah, when he bent that pipe, it was like,
oh, when yeah. It would have. I don't know. I'm extra. Forgive me.
We all extra. And yo, I mean, here's the thing. I like Carly, man. Like I think Rachel, you said it before a couple weeks ago. It's like you see what she's trying to do. It's like it's not about killing everyone that came back. It's like the people that's in power. Like when like Sam said, when we were gone, the world was together. Everybody was telling each other. Everybody can come in here whenever they want. But now when we all came back, it's like no borders. Like no, f you. We're gonna take all this shit from you. And I forgot who it was. Mother Danya. I forgot her
Mama
name.
Danya.
Mother Danya. Like yo, like she's helped these people, and just the loyalty you saw when Sam and Bucky were talking to the people out there. That is just pure loyalty right there. Not ratted her out. It's like, well, the one guy's like, I can't trust you. Like you guys was to help us years ago, but no one helped us. Like 5 months ago. So, like no one helped us. And then Zima was being a little bit creepy with the kid. Like, hey kids, I got some candy for you. Oh man, you see the man lied to them. I got some candy for you.
It was my son.
It's such a creeper.
It's like I'm like, so what happens to like taking candy from not taking candy from strangers? But hey, Turkish delight though. Like the guy is smart. The guy is fucking smart, but creepy though.
That shit nasty.
It's creepy.
It's such a creepy moment. It was such a creepy moment, but like I've never trusted Zemo at all. Like regardless how cool he was acting, like he is he is the shadiest character.
Have we seen what type of phone Zemo uses?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because everyone's pointing out that Apple made a comment that every time they have Apple iPhones like in movies, only the good guys are allowed to use them, never the villains. And someone pointed out that like everyone uses an iPhone, I think even Carly, but yet Sharon, whatever the fuck her name is, Shannon, she doesn't use one. She uses an Android phone. So everyone's like, is she actually the villain?
Wow. So theory?
And I saw a screenshot. Like she really doesn't use an iPhone. So I'm like, damn, like I couldn't remember if Zemo used a phone, and I'm like, that'd be interesting if he had an iPhone, because like, oh, he's not a bad guy, even though he killed somebody.
Spilling the tea.
Spilling the tea.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, no, but I'll say like that. But I'll say that scene I think hurt me the most. I think out of the whole entire like episode was seeing Discount Captain America killed the only person on that side that actually liked Captain America and like supported like the flag and what the shield represented, and like the way he talked about him at his I think his uncle's or his grandfather's gravesite.
His
grandfather. And then for him to like plead for his life at the end, like before he's like smashes his head in or like decapitates him. I don't know what he did, but that scene to me was like was like hard, bro. I was like, or it's just like, man, like you all the way, like it was like that was the moment where he went completely dark, and it was like that's the moment where, it's the moment where you're like you're completely not Captain America. You are something else. You're another animal.
No. This is.
Man, you corny.
Yeah. So he's corny. He's fucking corny. He's fucking corny, man. And what you know what's also interesting, which everyone had the cell phones out. That's why the episode was called "The World Is Watching You." But even when he met up with Sam was I didn't notice the first time, but I noticed the second time when he met up with Sam, Zemo, and Bucky. You saw people with the phones out from the beginning of it. So like, I guess it was kind of it was like a clue to be like, hey, something's gonna happen, and then
Foreshadowing.
yeah, foreshadowing. Then they asked him for his autograph. So it's like everybody was watching Captain America. But like the question is, what's gonna happen now? Like, are you like because everyone's recording it now? Like, is America be like, hey, you gotta come back, or what are you gonna do? Like, what's he gonna do? Because technically,
Well, I think this is like, well, I think this whole thing with Walker and him with the shield, it's basically just reflecting like how America sees its own military as like, we're the best, we're the biggest, we could bash in wherever we want in the name of like terrorism or in the name of whatever, like we're the best over everybody. People are the obvious villains, we're the good guys. We go in shooting and ask questions later. And and then I think it's also just like with that guy like growing up liking Captain America, looking up to him. I think that represents like other countries like used to look to America to be like, you should want to go there, live there, and like they're like the best. But now it's changing because it's like all the shit that we're doing in other countries and stuff. Like now we're seeing the switch. I think it's just reflecting that. Like that's the whole purpose of like John Walker's character.
Oh yeah, you ain't wrong.
But also too, I feel like with him being recorded though, I feel like they're probably gonna try and pull this off like what we usually do. It's gonna go and spread online. There's gonna be footage of it, but then they're gonna explain it away of like he was doing his job, he was a terrorist, he was saving the block, he was that kid was a horrible person. He came at he killed
Talk to him, Rachel. Talk to him, Rachel. Go, keep on going. Keep on going.
No, they're just gonna say like he killed Lamar, so like it was justified that he killed him back, and blah blah blah. It's just they're gonna justify it. Like
we didn't see what happened. We don't know why he was chasing him. He might have done something bad. Like, which granted, I will say, Carly didn't really mean to kill the guy. Like, it was just like in the heat of battle. So like, I don't think she did it on purpose. What?
It's ironic that he was a person of color. Now that I'm thinking about it, holy shit. Oh yeah, they gonna spin that. They gonna spin the shit out of that. Yo, I can't wait now.
I kind of hope they do. I kind of hope they do. Just like what?
But Carly
Go ahead.
is. Well, Carly, what? She's like mixed or she's black,
mixed, I believe.
So
I think she's
I mean, to me, that whole fight looked like a old school movie gang fight, where everybody's thrown down and it's like a bunch of like kind of semi like friends like fighting along or whatever, like people that like on this
when
side,
he says, "What's with all the knives?"
Yeah,
Angie said something funny. Angie said something funny and readable. What's up with all the knife? Which, by the way, Bucky looked cool with that knife scene right there. That was dope.
Yeah, that was pretty cool, especially how he caught it in midair. But then soon as Lamar gets like, killed, like everything stopped, like everybody stopped. It's not like the fight continued. So there's some kind of like, okay, I didn't mean to do this, and it was like, okay, we got to get out of here. Like, I think it was like that, like kind of misunderstanding kind of situation. And one move caused like this, I think, hurricane. Like I think after this, of course, like anything that was like semi okay or good in discount Captain America or Johnny Walker is like completely gone.
So we got 99 cents Captain America, discount Captain America, Captain Dickhead. We got a bunch. We got great value. We got plenty of names for this motherfucker.
We're patenting all these names for this guy.
Yeah. We'll think of some new ones next week.
Captain America Light.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I kind of want to see. I'm interested because the girl Carly and Sam were having like a really good conversation.
Oh my god, that was great.
Yeah, he was making a breakthrough because I feel like that's the reason why she did reach out to his sister, In a sense because she was like, we are kind of like minded, and I want to hear him out a little bit more. But the way she went about it, Sam was like, yo, like, why did she talk to my family? She's threatening my family now, and it kind of like escalated from there because she did. I mean, I think she could have left out like, saying what she was gonna do to like his, nephews and their location and trying to use that
Yeah,
tactic of scare tactic. And I think that the sister would have just relayed the message, like,
she would have. She would have. I mean, I do like how she said. Sarah said to her that um, this America doesn't care about me, and for also my brother, he is not with that Captain America. He is not with
Mhm.
you. And Sam even said, "I'm on your side." In their conversation, but the way how you're doing it is all wrong.
mm,
Even John Walker's partner was like, if there's a way to talk it out and calm her down, let him do it. And it was such a good conversation. I'm just like, oh man, Car like I like Carl. I was starting to like her more. Like deep down, she is a good person, but you also gotta remember. I mean, the Super Soldier Syndrome is it gonna take over her? Like, I mean, we got 2 episodes left. I mean, it doesn't look like it is, but there's still the question. Maybe that might be that one moment where she might freak out. We don't know. And also, we still don't know who the power broker is. We don't know who the power broker is still. Like, for all we know, it could be a complete surprise. Like, could it be Sharon? For all we know, like I
Yo,
don't know.
I was just about to comment on that conversation where
Oh,
when
no,
all the
look
serums
at
got
Derek's look.
broken.
No, look at Derek. Anthony, you might let Derek go because he's got that look right now. He's got that
it's my
look.
first
You might have
show.
to let him go.
I'm kidding.
I.
Oh my god.
Go ahead.
All right, go
My
ahead,
bad.
Anthony.
Yeah,
You're good.
no, but when they crushed all the serums and like they had the conversation about, that there's gonna be an issue and the messages that like we want our serum or there's gonna be consequences. I'm definitely curious now because they're not throwing, the power broker out there a lot, but just in like little, moments where it's like, all right, who is this person now? And I think we're getting
I'm,
closer to knowing who that person is.
Hmm.
I'm hoping we find out next week because I mean we got two episodes left. So I don't think you
This
would
is
you reveal
crazy.
on the very last episode
Mm.
because that's really the only mystery of this show has right now. Because like WandaVision, we had a bunch of like mysteries, but this one that's the only mystery we think of. But also, where did Zima run off to, and where did Dori Milaje find him before Because like his goal is to get rid of Super Soldier. So what's he going to do? Like I don't
He's gonna
know.
destroy
Like
it.
he's going to destroy it, but it just feels like he might do something more. Like I don't know. Like just
Zemo,
get.
he means what he says, and that's why I like him. Like he goes in, he does what he said he was going to do. He gets the fuck out of here. He
Mhm.
lost his family. At this point, he has no quarrels with anyone. He's just trying to do what he has set out to do.
Yeah, and it's kind of key to show too that like even with super soldiers, like they're not bulletproof. Like he shot Carly
Mhm.
and like he literally could have killed her in that scene. So
Yeah,
it's like it's not like anybody that's a super soldier cannot be killed. It's like I'm gonna destroy the serum and I'm also gonna kill anybody that is a super, human. Um, I don't know, but
It's
because
kind of weird though,
it's
because
funny when he asks about Bucky.
mhm.
Where you go ahead, Rachel.
No, I was gonna say I think it's a little weird. I thought like you'd have to assume that Zemo is like a pretty good shot, right? So like I was surprised that like when Carly was like literally just standing in front of him, he could have like taken a shot to straight up kill her, and he didn't. And I don't know, maybe thinking he's a better shot than he really is, but like I thought he would be. Um, so maybe like that comment did Sam make that comment about Bucky before that scene? I can't remember.
well,
Talking
Oh,
about Carly.
like
I think it
Thanos
was
said,
before that scene.
I want to
Was it
say
not?
Yeah.
after. I might want to
When the
say
what?
after, because they're at the height of it after, and he was talking to Sam, so I think it was
Mm,
after that happened.
Okay.
Like you said about his shot, Carly.
Oh
should have
yeah, it
said what
was because
Thanos
it's after
said.
he got hit in the head with the shield, and he was on the couch with a rag on his head.
Yeah.
Carly should tell Zemo the same thing Thanos told Thor. You should have aimed for the head.
Yo,
I'm
for real.
sorry.
But
They definitely key in on some things that's just definitely like fiction, like, and that this is a fantasy world, because you telling me that Zemo would have been able to take a shot in the head of that shield and live?
Mm-hmm. No.
It would have went through his head.
No,
Do you see
even
what
if
it
it
did?
bounced,
Do you see what?
it wouldn't do. No, it would kill him.
Do you see what it did to the wall?
the proper physics does not show you surviving. It doesn't show that. No, you're right about that.
Because unless you got a really hard head, I mean, I don't know.
I also saw a comment, like random side note, as someone made that was like, "Oh yeah, the main difference we see too with Walker being Captain America is the way he uses the shield. Like Steve chose a shield because it's for defense. It's not to attack or to be used as a way of like killing people. Ed Walker is using it always as a weapon and not as a defense to actually protect anybody or to like
Dickhead.
get people to
Captain
back
Dickhead.
off. He's using it to just straight up like injure people and then kill them. So like it's interesting just to see the fighting style of like how they actually use the shield. So
He doesn't know how to use shit. He's an amateur. Like he doesn't know the Marvel world. He doesn't know the Marvel world. He did not know what he was getting himself into. Like he thought,
That's
like
why
you say, he thought.
That's
Like
why the Dora
that's
Milaje whooped his ass.
yeah. Like this Wakanda bitch. Like
She
fought
said.
alien.
She said the Dora Milaje have jurisdiction wherever the Dora Milaje find themselves. I said,
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
I
I
said,
know. I was like,
ooh, I'm saying that
bars.
to somebody. I'm gonna be like, Wakanda, bitch.
She looked better holding that shield but than Walker did.
Yo,
Yeah,
when she picked it up, yo, I was like, get him. Hit this man.
that was on repeat. That was on repeat. It's funny how so we go from WandaVision. Forgot what the guy's name was. The guy that was working with a sword. We're like, oh, we hate you. Now we get into WandaVision. Not the Falcon and Soldier. Like John Walker, we hate you. Like we hate, like you are like one of the most hated Marvel characters in the universe. Right? They're like, look, listen, we like Zemo more than you. Like,
And,
that's the
and next,
problem.
we're gonna hate Loki, but we're gonna love him too.
I feel like people already started loving Loki though, ever since he started like being a semi good guy.
Yeah, and then Thanos snapped his neck.
I still haven't seen a new trailer, by the way.
Yo, that shit gonna be crazy, bro. They're
I've
gonna
not seen
pull
it.
all the Marvel gags out of that one. I can feel it.
You always feel everything. Like you always say your expectations up so high.
I'm just talking based off the trailer because it looks like we're going back to a lot of other events as well. So it's like if they highlight a lot of old events, like if Loki gets smashed by the Hulk again, I'm gonna scream.
I mean, Derek is the
He's
most
gonna be
excited
like, "Now
person
again,
of every Marvel series. But I feel as though we're missing something right now from the episode. I feel as though there's one moment that happened that we didn't talk about. Did we talk about everything so far?
I think we pretty much talked about a lot of what happened in this episode.
So, like, I mean, do you think that the power broker is a completely new person, or it's somebody that we've already seen before?
You know how Marvel do. It could be an entirely new person.
Because like just like how everyone was speculating shit every episode with Wanda and like thinking they were so sure how it's gonna go.
Right.
Like I feel like they're maybe purposely trying to make you think that it's Sharon, but then it's not going to be. So like
I don't see why. Yeah. I don't see how Sharon could be the power broker.
Yeah, I mean the timeline doesn't really line up. So
it's like, what did she get from all of that?
I remember Sharon made the comment too in this episode about the one woman being killed and how uh that whole city is like in an uproar about it, and like they still have like a bounty in their heads. What was
Yeah,
it, Madrid or what was the name of that city?
Madrid.
Or yeah,
I don't
Madrid.
remember.
Yeah, when she's talking to Sam, like and he's like saying we need a little bit of your help. And she's saying that maybe I can get a satellite in the sky for you. She just kind of makes a comment about how there's still kind of an uproar right now about you know about that person getting killed.
Hmm.
It's a possibility. It's a possibility. I just wouldn't see her doing that. I just wouldn't. But I could be wrong though.
Mm.
I could be wrong.
Shit's hella ominous because every time we see her now, it's like she's off camera with a bunch of bodyguards strapped up and she on the phone like she just got done ordering a hit. Like, nah, yo, you up to something. You up to the most. Like you out there
Just
catching bodies like it ain't nothing. Like you see her hands, they were all bruised and shit. I see you. She out there fucking somebody up.
She had to cut.
Right, yo. I'm like, yo, what you out there
yeah.
doing?
I
MMA
mean,
fighting?
unless she had a similar agenda to like Zemo, where she was like trying to track down all the like serums and stuff.
Wouldn't doubt it. They keep saying that they're trying to hide Black Widow because apparently that movie has a lot to do with the whole super soldier thing for the next movie. Because as we know, she's a super soldier as well. The Red Room is a room
Hmm.
to train super soldiers. So something that Shield and what's his name? Red Hulk again, Lieutenant Ross. He's got something going on because he's in that movie too, and apparently he has a lot to do with what's going on in the future. I hope. He's old as hell now, but
I think that's why they kept trying to push off the show and
yeah,
the thing
yeah,
because like Black Widow was supposed to come out before this show,
right,
so like
yeah.
That's true. That's true.
It's just
Mhm.
crazy.
This was supposed to be the first Marvel show, technically.
If we're being
Interesting.
honest,
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I definitely want to go back to I like the symbolism. So like in some of these episodes, the one I was talking about earlier on about the use of power. But then also too, I was just thinking about it while you guys were talking. Even like uh, the loss of someone important or someone of importance. You know, Captain Dick at the end of the episode loses somebody that's pretty much probably the most important person to him in this series, if you think about it, because he was kind of like his voice of reason
Oh yeah,
and like
absolutely.
his only friend basically and only person on his side. And I think that was like, that moment of him losing that person, had a serious effect on him. Just like Carly's, guardian, that was like a big effect on her. And, her
Yeah.
decision making and like the person that was her voice of reason. I think that those two were like a key points in this episode that were like, you know, what a person becomes after that person
I feel
is
that.
gone. Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
I feel that.
I fuck with that. I really like that.
Mhm.
In all honesty, in all honesty, I feel that because that shit happened to me. So I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, like my voice of reason passed away, and I started doing dumb shit. So I'm not gonna lie, I
Yeah.
could see it,
And how
and it's on
and how
both,
but
and
think
it's on both sides.
and think about it, how ironic is that she's the one that killed him.
And then he killed her friend.
Mm, mm.
I said,
So
damn. I said,
yeah.
I love
damn.
it.
I
I
said,
love
this
it.
shit about to pop.
Yeah,
do you
but the
think they're gonna
fighting
try
was
and pull that? Do you think they're gonna try and pull that like shit Last of Us 2 ending where it's like the only way we need to put you down is to kill you? That the last second, like, but we can't be as bad as you, so we're gonna let you go.
Because
like,
I'm better than you.
like, if they come up with that shit ending, I'm gonna be so pissed. I'm like, no, he needs to be put down like a rabid dog. Like he's gone. Goodbye.
Who's this man?
so okay. So here's the other question then. Well, like, who's the antagonist in this show, really? I mean, yeah,
Well,
you could say the Flag Smashers, but it's like I want to say
I
a little
think-
bit of. I mean, Zeno's still out there, but like he just was given to super soldiers. So it's like.
I mean, I think
he's
Walker's supposed to be the villain.
I think he's supposed to be the villain right now.
Let's hope.
But again, this is a show that's like purposely like they even say it as a line in the show at some point. I forget who says it, where it's like, I think the guy that looked up to Captain America, her friend, he made the comment of like, but this world is like not so black and white anymore. Like they need someone like you to like lead it because like they're lost. It's like they're obviously making the point, especially in the show, that like there isn't an obvious black and white bad guy, good guy, because like they're showing Carly, technically she should be considered, you know, terrorist bad person, but like her intent and her reasons for doing things are for like a good reason. So like, is she really a bad person, or is she just doing it the wrong way? And it's like, I don't know.
Yeah. By the
At
way,
the
I
end of
told
the
you.
day- Yeah. I'll just say, when it's war, you always think you're right.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks.
I mean, even like as Grandma said, even if you believe what you're doing is might be crazy or whatever like that, you're probably doing something that's good. I mean, every bad guy has a good guy in their own story, pretty much.
I also think that's why she wanted to talk to Sam again, because she kind of seemed lost, like in the cemetery talk about stuff. Like she didn't really know what she was like. Am I doing the right thing? Or I should have done this sooner. Oh, I should have done this. Like, what am I gonna do? I think she was kind of like wishy-washy on stuff because she didn't really know how to go about moving forward, or like, so she was probably wanting to talk to Sam to be like, since we're similar and like we kind of connected on stuff. Like, I think she was curious to hear his opinion on like what she should do, because she didn't really know. So like,
she didn't know, yeah. Especially when she called Sarah, she's like, I thought I could trust Sam, and then fucking Mr. Captain Dick had to ruin that up. Like the chemistry I saw between like what could have been the good chemistry was just fucking ruined. For all we know, she could possibly be a future Marvel stuff, but nah, Captain Dick had to fuck that all up. Like I said, like this, like. For me, like I say, if Sam is the MVP of this episode, because he just showed you that. Okay, like Steve, yeah, he's a super soldier, but like it's more of his heart. That's how he lifted Thor's hammer. In this episode, yeah, it's Sam that might not have like the power, but like, it's more of his heart. So like I respect that to the full maximum right there. But unfortunately, like I said, John Walker had to ruin that shit, and no one likes you, Walker. No one likes you. Like, just like I said. If this episode did not make you hate John Walker more, I don't know what will. Unless he's got way worse things that he's gonna do next episode, I'm gonna be like, nah. But like I said, yeah, I think it's like Rachel and Derek said. It's like they're gonna somehow flip the story, make it seem like the guy had it coming.
Mm-hmm.
Like we've seen that plenty of times. I mean.
Oh yeah,
we have fucking trial. Yeah, we have fucking trial going on for what. But,
I'm glad she said that, because I'm like, yeah. In today's current climate, they would definitely be like, well, sources say that the alleged runner was a what the.
and no, I'll hate him even more. Then I'll hate him even more, and it's like, see, the shield is just in the hands of the wrong people. At the end of the day,
I wonder what the government's gonna do now. Like, if they spin the story,
yeah,
they still gotta talk to him. They still gotta talk to him.
And like Joe Walker's like standing like, yeah, I did it. Like even with the slow motion, you just see him yell like some Mortal Kombat like finish him like that. That shit was funny, man. That shit was funny, dog. Like
that shit was crazy.
That shit was crazy, man. Like, man. Like, by the way, the fighting was just awesome this episode. The choreography in the fighting was just lit. I mean, like I said, I thought it was the best episode so far. Like emotion, action.
Yeah.
Mainly more emotion.
When that girl did that flip through the air, I screamed. I said she about to whoop his ass.
Not even a Dora Milaje, but the Dora Milaje, the scene where she throws the spear and locks in the shield on the bull table.
And the other girl caught that shit.
No, but
Yo.
no. When she locks the Captain America shield on the pool table and he can't get his
Mm-hmm.
arm out,
Mm-hmm.
like for the thing about it is it showed like the brute strength, like she threw it that hard that it locked into that table that he couldn't even get his arm out or the shield, and then she
I
just rips
mean,
it out.
all of them are made of vibranium, so it's like, yeah, it'll deflect, but at the same time, it's like two negatives hitting one another. There really won't be much of an adverse effect. It's all based on force, momentum, all that bullshit. I love science too much. Sorry,
Yeah,
What don't you love? What don't you
too
love?
much, too much.
Too much.
but yeah,
Too much.
but then like you said, like the small subtleties of seeing like where Sam his elevation or like the kind of like getting people to like love his character at this point is like kind of
Oh
growing
yeah,
episode by episode. And they did it in a subtle way. Well, I don't know, it might not be a subtle way this episode, but they're kind of pointing it out a lot more. Just I think I pointed out the fact that that scene where he said, "Would you take the serum?" Where Zemo and him are having a conversation, he's like, "Would you take it?" And he's like immediately like, "No." But then when Lamar is talking to Captain Dickhead, and he's like, "Absolutely, like yeah," like right off the bat, it just shows like the perspective of people and what they see as power. You know?
And remember, Sam's been in shit like this even before he was an Avenger. And he was
yeah.
saying it, but like Hopkins and Walker were saying, we could have saved so many people. Maybe, but like you said, your characteristics. Well, maybe Hopkins, yeah, he'll be fine. But John, his characteristics, I just wouldn't. I just nah. If he had a super
It's
soldier
basically
back in the
just telling
day,
people like weapons in the wrong hands are not going to be beneficial. So it's how you use it. Like,
Very.
Yeah.
yeah, man. I mean, no, man, you're right. But they ended this episode on a good note, man. Like it's just, I gotta wait for another week. But honestly, the actor that plays Sean Walker, he's doing a good job because they're always been
Wonderful.
saying that if everyone hates you, you're doing a great job.
A good note. Mm, I don't know. You might have to rephrase that one. I
He
don't
been
And
know.
hating
people,
on
I don't know if that was ending on a good note because I ended on a terrible note. But
well,
it
you know
well
what I
put together.
mean. I mean, well, it was a great episode. I like how it ended. Okay, correct. Yeah, I
So
used the wrong words. I like how it ended. Yeah. Looking back, I'm like, yeah, it wasn't a good note. It was terrible. It was a terrible note. But the end of the episode the episode, yeah, the end of the episode, great. Finally, oh
He's
god,
like,
it was a good
he's like, it
episode.
was
I'm gonna just
wonderful.
say,
It was
I'm,
terrible.
I'm,
It was bombastic. Shit.
it was a message.
it was
Okay,
it was a
now,
it was a beautifully dramatic ending to that episode, but that
yes,
was it
yes,
was awful seeing that
yeah,
shield
it
covered
was
in
awful.
blood. Yeah.
No, John Walker should have been like, "Anyone y'all want smoke? Anyone y'all want smoke?
Are you not
I got it.
entertained?
You see the blood on the shield? Yeah, I'm about that life. Yo, want some to smoke? Come on, who is it? Y'all recording me? Oh, yo, come on, let's get blind. Well, let me become viral, baby. I'm viral. I want all this smoke Mario motherfuckers. This is new Captain America. I don't do shit the nice way. I do things my way.
He said, "This is
America,
America."
fuck yeah. That's America, fuck yeah.
That's my song.
it's just funny because especially after this episode, for obvious reasons, he's just so Homelander vibes. Like,
Mm.
complete
Mm.
comparison. Like, dude,
I mean, if you have not seen the TV show, she's talking about Lost Boys.
not Lost Boys, The Boys.
No, wait, sorry. Oh my God, the Lost Boys. Yeah, the boys. Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm thinking about the
Now,
like the 1980s vampire movie.
yeah. Wrong movie.
Bravo,
Walker's not a
bravo.
vampire going around biting people.
No, he's not. He's not. Now, Rachel, I have a random question
Hmm.
for you. I think Anthony and Derek will say yes to this. This is
Hmm.
completely random, but it's something for the future, though, if you're up for it.
Okay.
So, we all have PS4s, right? Besides
Sure.
the, listen, yeah. Are you a Ninja Turtles fan by any chance?
No, not really.
Fuck.
Like I know obviously of it and I've watched stuff on it, but like I'm not like a fan. I haven't played all the games or watched all the movies and stuff in full.
Yeah.
So
No, the reason why I said is because I know they're coming out with a new Ninja Turtles game, like, and it wasn't. Yeah, the trailer came out like about last month or so, I believe, and I'm sure it's gonna have a 4-player co-op, and I want to do a 4-player co-op adventure with that. It's like old school arcade style. It's like Turtles something, Return of Shredder or something like that. It looks pretty awesome. So I'm thinking like, okay, when I get 4 people to join me, this would be great video. But since Rachel doesn't like Ninja Turtles, I'm just like, okay, well, she's not the picture. But if everyone if everybody change your mind, just let me know. Cause it's like I didn't like. By all means, I love talking about Marvel with you guys, but it's like I would like also you guys have on the game and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like just not just on here, but on the game and stuff too. So
Are you asking
just a
Rachel
thought.
because of Rachel and Ninja Turtles?
Say what?
Are you asking Rachel because there's a Rachel and Ninja Turtles?
Yeah, you got me. You fucking got me. Fuck you! You freaking got me.
His fanboy fantasies are about to become true.
Yep, you got me. It was. It just been like, oh my god, would have been a perfect playthrough right there. But she doesn't like Ninja Turtles, so Damn,
sorry.
Man. Dang. See, so so what games do we all have then? That like, do we all have the Avengers game? No, not really.
I do.
You do. Ah, damn.
So
Damn,
I'm locked in on Days Gone right now. So I don't have any, I don't have any kind of game that I'm looking forward to just playing right now because Days Gone is like my life in a grapple right now.
Buy Ghost of Tsushima.
I'm just waiting for. I'm still playing other games right now, but I'm waiting on for Resident Evil 8. Sorry to play that game. You'd be scared shitless because I don't.
Why? So you can see Madame Dimitrescu.
Yo, she's honestly starting to get annoying right now. Like everywhere I'm seeing that one. She look good, but she's she's like, oh my god. Oh my
nice
god.
Tall
but anyways, guy. Nice tall and thick. That's how I like him. But I hope y'all follow Rachel on Instagram though, because she's coming together with her Wanda outfit. She's got the crown going on right there. So shout out to Rachel.
Yeah.
Is she gonna show a preview right now? She got the.
I mean, right now? It's not near me.
No, never mind.
With all my crap in the middle of working on stuff. But yeah, I have to continue. I just finished sanding the first layer of primers, and I have to go back in, patch more stuff, more sanding. So it's a process. But
she's going all in.
Yeah, because everyone's been making it out of like just the thin EVA foam and just calling it a day. And I'm like, no, I want it to be like hard so it doesn't crush and like move. It's got to be Warbler. I'm making it like, yeah. Yeah. Making it more durable and making it look more like sturdy versus like this thin little thingy. Which I mean, on her head it is really thin, but like,
Yeah. Yeah. So I think at the end of the day, at the end of the episode, we could all say, "Fuck John Walker." At the end of the day, we've been saying that. We've been saying it for the last couple of weeks. Actually, it's the common trend. Fuck John Walker.
I said that after they gave him the shield.
Oh yeah, we didn't know his name at first though.
I didn't care.
It doesn't matter what your name is.
I was like, "You're not Captain America." No.
Nobody likes you.
Nobody likes you, Rebecca. No one likes you. You can't say about us. Seriously. That's how Sam and Bucky were. You can't be around us. You can't sit with us. We don't like you. Oh, wait,
you can't sit here. You can't sit with us.
Right, real
shit. My friend Mike just said Walker is a fucking brute man. He is, man. Like he fucking is, man. Like, oh man. Honestly, man, yo. I mean, maybe at a con, if I see someone dressed as John Walker, kick his ass. Yo, kick his ass. I see him at a convention, like, yo, kick his ass. You cosplay as John Walker? Fight him. Kick his ass right now. That's what we gotta do to him. That's what we gotta do to him. Or I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a bunch of cosplays, right? That someone's gonna be dressed up as John Walker, and then somebody has to like Dora Milaje and just jump like picture him like he's on the ground. We got our spears on our time. It's like They have a sign that says they weren't even super soldiers.
They weren't even super soldiers.
It looked like he was gonna cry. It looked like he was
so
like
mad, yo.
No, he was the Jordan crying face meme on that scene. He was the Jordan crying face meme with that scene. Like, they weren't even super soldiers.
He was hurt.
Somebody got a
His
Photoshop
pride
that.
was hurt.
I was like, Photoshop that, man. Like, oh man, like you fucked up.
Yeah, it would have been interesting. I mean, I'm kind of glad they didn't like put it in the episode, but seeing him transition with the serum like into a super soldier, because like not everybody survives. Like it's kind of like they just automatically say, okay, you're deemed worthy, like you were able to take the transition of becoming a super soldier. Like they've done it on like a lot of people, and people don't make it. So
oh yeah, we found out after the other episode when we found out about the black Captain America. They locked up.
What was it? My friend Mike just said, I don't know much, but from what I hear, it's a pretty accurate depiction of Walker.
It's a pretty good job. I mean, they did a better job than I expected them to for a show. So it's impressive. No matter what we think, every time Marvel always like takes our expectations and just shatters them like right in our face.
Yeah, I mean, like the expectations of this character and how he's being portrayed is like hands on. Like he's doing a fantastic job. Like for us to have the dialogue and say, "Yo, we hate this character," and he's doing what he's supposed to do, because like he's just over the top. He's very much so like Rachel was saying, like the American dream of going into other countries and thinking that like we're gonna be able to clean everything, we can fix everything, and we're gonna use a bunch of our force to just do whatever we want. And he's doing like a good job of like portraying that in one person.
I'm John Walker. I'm Captain America. I got that big dick energy, pretty much.
What dick?
and he does have America's ass either. So it's like, bro, like
He sure doesn't.
She does. Pause. No homo though. I've heard said that saying in a long time. But I think we reached our limit now. Like we're at a good time. It's 9:00, so we head up out of here. Does anyone have any last words before we head out? Like like I said, John Walker's. I guess he's in trouble. I don't know what Daddy America's gonna do to him right now. Like we'll see what happens.
Slap him on the wrist.
We'll let you go. You're fine. You're doing your job.
You're good.
We'll let you go. You're good.
They haven't
kind of American dream.
Yeah, they kind of haven't been inside, episodes at all. As far as like him doing whatever he's doing with Lamar, so it will be interesting to see whether or not it's going to be Bucky and Sam that kind of gives him a hard check as to like what the hell are you doing, compared to what the government does. Like, is he going to have any guilt from it? Because the way he's standing over top of him at the end of this episode, you never know. Like, maybe after this scene, he's kind of like, what did I do? Kind of atmosphere. Who knows?
He did say a couple weeks ago, when I think it was episode 3 or episode 2. No, episode 3. It's like, you think they care about how we get the job done? If we get the job done, who cares? And that's how American might feel. So they're like, oh, you kill one of the criminals, fine. do what you got to do. But like you said, I think they might try to twist the story up, like y'all said. So I think that's like, I think that's gonna most likely happen. But I could be wrong though. I could be wrong.
If they do it, I'ma jump. I'ma get the hell up and I'ma start screaming at the TV. I ain't gonna lie to you, yo. I'm gonna be like, they did it, these motherfuckers.
Between the next episode and the final episode, do you think that Sam is going to have the shield in his hand?
Yes.
I think he's gonna have it like at some point before the show ends. So,
but
Like,
is he gonna use it? Is he gonna use it in the final battle?
Him and Bucky gonna tee off on this bull. I can feel it.
I wonder who's gonna be the final fight, because something tells me it's not gonna be against Carly. It might be something against Zemo, or maybe the power broker, whoever the power broker is. That's probably
it's probably going to be where like Walker is going complete aggro after Carly or something, and then they basically have to stop Walker from like him just straight up murdering everybody. And I don't know.
Sounds about right.
But I think that scene from the trailer of like Sam like practicing with the shield, like bouncing it off trees and stuff, I feel like that's gonna be like the end of the show, to be like, look, he has it now. Absolutely. Now he's like, yeah.
Well, that's why, like, I'm kind of glad. Yeah, I'm kind of glad it's not like that in the whole entire show. Cause it's like that would have been like too predictable. Because I just feel as though Sam doesn't need the shield. The shield needs Sam. If you follow my drift.
Symbolism.
Yeah.
Oh, and here's what Mike said. He says it's gonna be the power broker. I feel Walker is going to help out in some way. If I gotta cheer for this motherfucker to do good, I'm doing something wrong. I does not want to cheer for this dude at all. I just don't like you. It's like he's got to do something. He's got to do something to like maybe want to be like, okay, I'll let you go. Well, no. When a guy spit on his face, I want him to kind of punch the guy. I hate any type of spin on somebody. That was the only time I was on his side. But like, I don't know what I can be. What's he gonna do to make me cheer for him? Who knows?
They said,
you know what's gonna happen is it's basically that Sam, I feel like, is going to have some kind of talk with Carly, and I think that Walker is going to obviously go after Carly because she's the one that killed his friend. So he's definitely gunning for her. And I think the power broker obviously is coming after Carly as well. So I believe that Bucky and Sam are probably going to team up with Carly towards the end. And Zemo's going to be in there somewhere.
Carly's got 3 fights now. She's got 3 fights. Walker, Zemo, and a power broker. She's got 3 fights she's got to worry about right now.
Yep.
Like, she's like, fuck, right? Remember, they said we can't fight 2 wars at once. They can't. And the funny thing is that, remember, Walker, Zemo, and Power Broker, they're not on each other's sides. They all have one common goal, and that's Carly. It'll be Carly because he killed Captain Dickhead's friend. Zemo wants all super soldiers to be dead, and a Power Broker because he stole from him. So, yo, man, everything just it went from bad to worse for her after this episode. Like, ooh, she got a fight on her hands now. She got a fight on her hands now.
I feel like she's gonna have her back against the wall, and like she's gonna try to get Sam and Bucky to help her.
Yeah.
No, I know. No, I know. I said any last final thoughts, but this is pure speculation. Would you guys want to see Carly? I don't think it's gonna happen, but would you guys want to see Carly in future Marvel stuff? I like her as a character. I like her as a character, but I don't think.
I feel like she's not like.
She's not too
enough. She's not enough of a character to feel like to be in another movie or show. Like, because what do you continue with her other than like her trying to help people, like that were displaced? Like,
either Sam is gonna help her, or Zemo is gonna kill her, and it's gonna push Sam further to like want to save people.
Because if she dies, well, not to cut you off, I'm sorry, but if she dies, a lot of people are going to be hurt. because they know
Exactly.
she's fighting for them. Like she sure. I mean, I know she's not much of a character, but for me, it's like I like how she's fighting against the people that can't fight. So it's like if they somehow kill her off in an emotional way, I'd be like, God dang, man, that's gonna hit hard.
Well,
I
in
think she's.
war, somebody
I
has
think
to
she's
go.
going. I think she's out of there.
What's up?
I think she's definitely going. They're going to offer by the end of this series. I mean
Oh,
season.
yeah,
For
they
sure.
are. It's
Yeah,
more than
but
likely.
yeah, because I think that the understanding between her and Sam, they both had the same. They both want the same thing, but Sam is just like you are doing it the wrong way, and Sam is going through the same issues in his own personal life too. So it's like
Yep,
he,
with the boat.
I feel like he's going to carry that on for her. As saying that like we're going to do better, we're going to do more to help out
Yeah.
the less fortunate,
Yep.
and yeah, and it's going to leave that legacy behind that like she didn't die in vain kind of thing.
Exactly. That's what I was saying.
Hmm. That's it. So, Rachel, you have any final words, or do you already say your final words already?
I feel like I've said pretty much all that I thought.
Okay, that's good. But another great episode, man. Like we're getting down to the final. Like I said, only 6 episodes, not 9. But it's literally it's straight to the point. It's not like a mystery. It's like literally straight to the point. But as always, guys, I gotta thank you guys for coming out for joining me tonight. Like I said, we do this every Sunday night, but it can either be at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. I'm happy it was around 8 or 8:30 because Derek came in at like close to 9. But we did a good time. We did a good time this time. Like not too late because last week was just rough. But Rachel, I'm just saying you should look into Ninja Turtles. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Eh.
She's like, eh.
She said,
I can't really get behind turtles eating pizza and have a rat dead, so
you got a problem with Master Splinter?
Rachel, you are so happy I like you right now because oh my god, I'm just gonna pretend I didn't hear that. On that note, it's a good time we're getting out of here right now, guys. So, thank you guys for joining me tonight. Like subscribe. I am trying to get the 500 subscribers by the end of the year, so that would really be a great help. You guys subscribe, give this video a like, and share with your friends. Share, that Rachel is a fucking Ninja Turtles fucking hater right now. It's like,
You
oh
gotta
my
say it
god.
right.
I
You
didn't
gotta
say
say
I
it
hated
right,
it.
bro.
I just don't like it.
Yeah.
You gotta say it right, bro. You gotta say, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Punch that like button.
Punch that like button if you enjoyed this video.
punch that like button if you enjoy seeing a shit on Captain Dickhead. 'Cause that's what we fucking do on this podcast right there. Fuck him. Yo. If you subscribe, that means you hate Captain Dickhead too. And we all want the same thing. We all want him to give the show back to Sam, so we want the same thing. So just subscribe because we all want the same thing. I appreciate it, guys. Good shit, Derek. Good shit. I like that. And that note, guys, everybody, y'all have a good night. We'll see you guys next Sunday night. Not sure what time, but it'll be next Sunday night. So, everyone, peace. Take care.